Here we are getting started with day 17 of our kitchen remodel project. So here you see I've put the wine fridge in here in this lower drop down section. The side areas will be trimmed out at a later point. So this video actually ends up being day 17 and day 18 together. Day 17 we just ended up working for a couple hours. This was the day that my wife is returning from Northern California after being away for about a week or a week and a half, returning home with the kids. So we just had a couple items we wanted to get done before she got back. Here you see I'm putting these new electrical covers on over the backsplash. I'd gotten these aged bronze looking electric covers that were a much better match than the white covers that we had before. Closely matched the backsplash here. So yeah, this was the last day Neil was out, and we were just trying to get a couple things finished up, like I said, before my wife got back in town. Here you see, there she is. That's our little baby Izzy, and our daughter Sophie there in the background. So at this point she's arrived back. Neil and I did one other project this day. We sealed the tile with some tile sealant in the kitchen and in the background. But yeah, day 17 was just a couple hours for us, just until my wife got back, and then hung out with her for the rest of the day. And then yeah, after Neil headed back on day 17, I went ahead and continued on. So this is actually technically day 18, although I'm putting it in with the day 17 video. And so yeah, Neil headed back the day before. He was a huge help for the project. Couldn't have done it without him, and it was awesome that he came out and helped me out with this kitchen remodel. So yeah, here I am continuing on with the project. Just some finishing touches. Pretty much got everything else done in this day, besides there were a couple minor things that I had to wait on from IKEA that didn't get shipped out. As you see on the left side of the screen here, one of these pantry cabinets is missing some glass doors. Those came a little bit later. But here I am just finishing up these thresholds between the tile. This is in the bathroom that's attached to the kitchen. This is just a little powder room. So just finishing up the thresholds between the kitchen tile area and the existing hardwood floors. So most of these, some of these thresholds I recycled from what we had before, like this one, and then some of them were newly purchased from Home Depot. So here you see I'm just putting some construction adhesive in here, under here, and getting the excess off here. I previously had scraped off some stuff, and just putting some heavy items down so that it dries down in position. These are just a couple other finishing things I wanted to get done. Just smoothing out some of these edges on the base trim here. It was a little sharp around the edges, and since we have a 2-year-old and a 5-month-old, I didn't want our little girls to be running around the corners and getting cut up by the base trim. So I just smoothed that out a little bit there. And yeah, I think the only things I didn't finish on this day are, if you see under the cabinets, you can see these legs. I didn't have the trim to put under the cabinets on this day, or the glass shelves for that one pantry off to the right, which you can't see. So those I was waiting on a shipment for those, and finished those on a separate day. And I don't have the video for those, but everything else I think I'm finishing up here. So here I am moving on to all the handles for all of the different doors and drawers around the kitchen. We got these nice sort of brushed nickel looking these long handles that we're going to attach on everywhere here. And here, so I'm just opening up the packages here, and I'm just drawing myself out a template here on a piece of paper. I thought it would be much quicker to just go ahead and take the exact measurements for where the holes were, and draw myself a little template on paper, and then I can just tape this on to each of the drawers, and I have the exact positioning where I have to drill the holes. So they didn't actually recommend this in the IKEA documentation, which they probably should have recommended some sort of template type system like this, but definitely made it a quick job for putting on all of these handles. So here you see I've got the 3 handles on the sliding drawers. This is beneath the stove top. And I think as I moved around the kitchen here, I tried to do them in groups based on the size of the drawers or doors. So now I'm moving on to the 18-inch drawers and doors. And again, I just made another little template on paper, and just using blue tape to move the same template around and drill through the exact same holes again and again. And here I'm just putting a board on the back side. It was recommended in the IKEA instructions for these to put a board on the back side as you drill through, although I found that it really wasn't required, and the material wasn't splitting as I was drilling through. So throughout this project, I have a set of the Dewalt 20 volt tools. Through all these videos, you see a lot of these yellow tools. It's really a great set. I've used it on every part of home remodeling for this house. Since I moved in, we've remodeled now 3 bathrooms and the kitchen, the deck, the patio, and various other things around the house. And these tools have been great tools. They're pretty much contractor grade tools, and definitely recommend the whole 20 volt battery powered Dewalt set. Here I'm just using the drill and the impact driver, using the drill to drill the holes and the impact driver to put the screws in some places. In the instructions for these handles, they had recommended, I believe, you drill a 1/4 inch hole for each of these holes, and I found that 3/16 was more than enough clearance to put the screws through that attach on. So I went ahead and I used a smaller bit, just to create a more tight fit. I guess it gives you a little less clearance. Here you see I've turned on all the lights here. For the first time, I have all the lights in position, and you can see each cabinet with one cabinet light plus the 2 that hang down beneath and light up the backsplash. So I was really happy with how that turned out. And all those lights are controlled by a light switch above the dishwasher. And so here I'm just moving on, attaching more of these 18-inch drawer handles. So I pre-drilled all these holes all at once, and then now I'm just going through and making pretty quick work of attaching all these items on. And I think, I pretty much got all the handles on here in a few hours. I think there might have been one set that I needed to go back to IKEA and get a replacement for, just because it was one of the rails was stripped, and I couldn't get the screw in on it. So here I'm just making another paper template for one of the other door sizes. This is for the 30-inch tall doors. And just attaching these guys on. And yeah, I'd found that for all of these, I mounted them at 1 7/16 in from the edge, just a 1/16 of an inch under 1.5, and that seems to be right in the center of these door areas. So yeah, this color of cabinet is called the Adhesive Wood Effect Brown. Is the name of the IKEA Sektion color that we chose. It's a nice deep brown color, and this front color, the Adhesive front color matches their wooden door frame color pretty much exactly. And then I'd gone out also to Home Depot, and I got some paint that matches pretty closely. I think it was called Bear Paw Brown or something like that. And this undersection of the bar I painted brown in a following day after I picked up some paint. So here I'm going through a last section. I did note that they definitely don't make the packaging very easy to get open. I love Amazon's frustration-free packaging. I think this is the exact opposite of that. they make you have to really cut it open. I was using some like tin snips to cut open these plastic packages, and cutting them and tearing at them just to get the handles out and all the hardware out. So just moving through all these sections and getting all these handles on. And yeah, as I mentioned, I put the bottom trim on under, so you can't see under any of these cabinets when it's all finished. It has a matching base trim, and the base trim just you attach these snap-on brackets, and they just snap right into the bottom. It was really easy to install. It's pretty secure. Once it's down there, it's not going to go anywhere. And if you do need to remove it for some reason to get under there and clean out something or get access to something, you can pull them off. They'll snap back off. So on this cabinet on the left, I used an extra wide opening hinge. It opens 150 something degrees, just so this door can open up extra far, and it's easier to get in there from the corner of the countertop there. So that about does it for the time-lapse footage of our kitchen remodel process. I have one more video I'm uploading that has some after photos and also some before photos for comparison, so you can see the whole project finished. But yeah, I hope you found this useful, or at least giving you a somewhat realistic expectation of what goes into a kitchen remodel process. And feel free to ask any questions if you have any. Once again, I'd just like to give a big thank you to my brother Neil for coming out and helping out on this whole project. Couldn't have done it without him. And also to Ernie, Eddie, and Luca, who came out and helped out on a couple of the days too. All right, catch you guys all later. Bye.